if something happens. So might have your attention, everyone. Before we get to the important part of the ceremony, I want to welcome two very dear guests. This is the commander of the 5th Crusade. Thanks to his efforts, the Sword of Valor flies proudly over Dresden. And Seelah, Paladin of Iomedae, the commander's companion, and someone I have the honor of calling a friend. Seelah, would you say a few words? Oh, it's voiced.
Hello, everyone. Hey, I need some advice. What should I say? Giving speeches really isn't my thing.
Just wanted to say, I mean, it's the first option. I would guess that Seelah's very good to speak from the heart, like a very honest speech. Just speak from the heart.
Right. I always complicate things, but I just need to say what I feel. Friends, I'm not good at making beautiful speeches, so here's an ugly speech, but it comes from the heart. I am so happy for you. May everything be good for you. May all your troubles pass you by. May neither demons nor misfortunes ever separate you. That's what we're fighting for, isn't it? For weddings, fun, and laughter. Even in the cursed lands of the Worldwound. Even after 100 years of war.
What kind of build are you running? I'm playing a bard, an Azata bard, as you can see with the butterflies. Yeah, you're exactly right.
You know, I wanted you to come here with me so I could show you that our efforts aren't in vain. Not long ago, demons ruled over all of this area we're in, and they did all sorts of abominable things here. But now, Dresden stands as an indestructible fortress, and weddings are taking place here. It's all because of you. So, let's watch the ceremony and enjoy ourselves.
I really have the lingering feeling something will go wrong. It's too peaceful. The music changes as well. Asano casts a solemn look over the gathered crowd. Her eyes are glistening, either from emotions or the vampire wine. Welcome, honest guests, to the wedding of Alan and Kiana. Today, I'm delighted to play my part in the beginning of something so special. The beginning of a new happy family. And something as strong as your love for another is born from the chaos of life, all the goods of order triumph. Seelah's listening to the priestess with a broad smile on her face. Before we begin the most important part of the ceremony, I ask all the guests to put something in this cup that they think will serve the newlyweds well in their new chapter. Ah, I've heard about this custom. It's called the Cup of Wishes. People put nice things symbolizing wishes. For example, a coin for wealth, a toy for the birth of a child, and so on. I put in a coin. Could try a marzipan bone for sweet life. I think that's actually the funniest and nicest thing. Just money sounds kind of boring. So Logan decides to throw the marzipan bone for sweet life. The guests put the gifts into the cup one by one. A luxurious shimmering tiara, a flashy ring. Kiana's friend even take the bejeweled collar from around her dog's neck and put it into the cup. I mean, if your dog has a bejeweled necklace, I think you really have the money. I really like those fae costumes they have. Pretty cool idea. Ah, friends, but these gifts are too expensive. Keep of the macabre menagerie smiles to Kiana, showing her fake fangs. Don't even think about refusing. They come with the best wishes. And we can look more closely at the cup of gifts. I knew there was something off. So let's try that. Each piece of jewelry was innocent enough on its own, but now that they have all been gathered together, suspicion has been raised. The magical auras are too strong and virile to belong to mundane trinkets possessing only enough magic to adjust their size to the wearer. Seelah, the jewelry, there's something wrong with it. I had this feeling that something was wrong. It's the jewelry, right? They were all made by Master Sunhammer, weren't they? He also made the ring that... The gifts have been given. Let us praise the gods. In the name of Abadar, I pronounce you husband and wife. You may exchange rings and join your lips in a kiss. I hope we're not late. Ellen, Kiana, stop! It's dangerous. Did she just destroy the wedding rings? You ruined everything, mortal. Is that Curl? The halfling friend of Logan Aldori and Seelah and Paladin? I knew it, that there would be demons. Would have been too nice to have like a nice and calm wedding.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
So let's fight and let's hope we don't lose too many of the wedding guests, especially the bride and groom.
Guess I'm done with spells for tonight.
I hope you're not, we just rested. From our Azata friend. There's quite a few.
Gone, fiend!
Oh, there go the wedding guests. Oh. Go down.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Asano leans over Kerr's body, whispering the words of prayer or some spell. Then she looks up. Her eyes are full of terror. Commander, I must inform you, you've fallen victim to a demonic plot, but I don't understand. How? Why? Priestess, you need to focus. Do you know what happened here or not? Yes, I think so. You all know what possessions is, yes? Where a demon can take over the body of a mortal. Well, there's a more cunning version of this process, where the demon possesses the body, the poor victim's soul is transferred into a special vessel. A vessel for souls. The item, most commonly used for their purpose, is a gemstone. It's all the jewelry which got put into the container here. But why did Derek Sunhammer want to do that? Is he just a cultist? Maybe that's why he even was in Dresden, because we already back then wondered what he was doing on the front lines. And probably he's just a very powerful artificer and also a very powerful cultist. All the jewelry was made by the same person, Derek Sunhammer, right? That I do not know. Well, I do. I can smell it. All this shit came right from the same sewer. Did you say possession? So Curl was possessed by a demon that day that at the Houndhands camp. This young boy's body is alive, but his soul is gone. Asano moves her hand from pointing at Curl to gesture to the other people lying motionless around her. I mean, quite a few of them are motionless, but also not in a state to move ever again. As are the souls of the other guests, even the poor dogs. Their bodies have been possessed by demons for some time already, and their souls have been transferred into the jewelry. The demon behind this plot stole the cup, taking all the souls with him. Until the jewelry is found and destroyed, with no hope of saving these poor people. Ellen and Kiana are clutching each other's hands. The young woman speaks first. We can't leave it like this. Our friends need help. I wish I knew if this tragedy could have been prevented. I mean, the first option is kind of true. If we captured or killed Curl... I don't know. If we killed Curl, how would we know that he was possessed? Like, wouldn't he just die either way? But I don't think that's a good way of thinking. Don't blame yourself. Demons are famous for their guile, for a reason. They use better sentiments against us. How can I not blame myself when all this crap is happening around us? And even with her new divine power, Seelah the Dimwit can't do anything about it. What can we do, Commander? If demons have kidnapped the souls trapped in the jewelry, we must stop them. I know what we have to do. We need to go back to Dresden now. The first ring that possessed Curl and the second ring I was stupid enough to give you. They both come from the same place. The shop's owned by Derek Sunhammer. We have to get back to Dresden and pay a visit to the Master Jeweler. Pretty nice. If we didn't succeed in our check regarding the jewelry, it might have been that one of those, I think Alan, no, we gave the ring for Alan, so it would be his wife. so she would be gone too. Alan, are you with us? No, we'll stay here and make sure the bodies you saw were stolen are returned safely to Dresden. We can't leave them unprotected. When we find their lost souls, we'll be able to bring all the demon's victims back to life. He turns to Kiana. This will be a strange and sorrowful start to our married life, but we must... I married a crusader, not a city baker. We're never going to have a peaceful life. But we'll get through this, together. Yeah. If you ever wondered how wrong a wedding can go, I think that's about it. Can we loot anyone? We can talk to the dog. A painful feeling of emptiness overwhelms you when you look into the victim's face. It seems utterly lifeless, despite the discernible breathing. We have 2 dead knights. Okay. I mean, if the Sunhammer guy is smart enough, he won't be in Dresden anymore. The question is, can we somehow follow him or not? Ah, we shouldn't have given him the money for the ring. That was a mistake. We even paid for the scheme. Back we go. Loading, loading, loading. Why does it take so long? Oh, even more victims. Yeah, I would say infiltrating us and manipulating us, that blacksmith or jeweler, goldsmith, whatever, was pretty successful. Seelah standing with her weapon drawn, her eyes ablaze. Have you seen the bodies in the street? I bet anything that this is the doing of our jeweler. Let's go to his shop quickly, if you're ready. We can't say no. Yes, let's go quickly. Yeah, and as expected, he's not here anymore. Oh, great. Damn it! Damn demons! Really like Arsino's hair, it looks like just woven gold. Commander Seelah, praise Azata you're alive. The usually dignified Arsino struggles to catch her breath after running. She says, nervously clenching her hands. I've received news from the other temples of Azata, most disturbing news. What we saw at Alan's and Kiana's wedding has been happening across Mendef. People who brought Derek Sunhammer's jewelry have been dropping to the ground, lifeless, with demons emerging from their bodies. The damage done is hard to measure. Demons appeared in 100 locations, and many of them immediately used the turmoil to commit atrocities. Killing, stealing, wrecking wanton destruction. Some were quickly dealt with, the cursed jewelry taken from them, and the imprisoned souls freed. And most of the demons fled, taking the jewelry containing the souls of their poor victims with them. Derek Sunhammer himself escaped too. The Inquisition of the Church of Iomedae is searching for him. They have no leads as yet. The Church of Azata is doing whatever it can. We also suffered losses among both our congregation and our clergy. Asano shakes her head sadly. Such a devious plot, and how skillfully it was executed. As Asano speaks, Seelah's face grows more and more grim, and her hands clench anxiously around her weapon. I saw that scumbag right here. I even talked to him. I didn't suspect a thing. I often get a sickening feeling from traders. Some of them are nasty pieces of work, the way they rip people off. I got the same feeling from him, but I didn't even think to look closer. What exactly did Sunhammer want to achieve by doing this? It's not clear, but he's been the most famous jeweler in Mendef for several years now. He counted many influential personages? That's a new word. Personages on their relatives among his clients. Nobility, generals, priests, merchants. They, their children, or their loved ones are now only lifeless bodies, their souls stolen away and hidden who knows where. The possibilities for blackmail and sowing blind panic are limitless. I suppose the Inquisition and the Mendevian authorities will try to keep the situations under control, but it is still extremely dangerous. How did no one notice anything? Magic, Knight Commander, and highly sophisticated magic at that. The jewelry items were well protected, and no one detected the demons hidden in them. If we assume that Derek Sunhammer not only made the jewelry, but also charmed the items, we must conclude that he is an incredibly powerful and skilled spellcaster. So, all his jewelry came with a hidden surprise. Not all of it. The Inquisition combed through everything. Most of what was sold at Sunhammer's shop was perfectly ordinary. Demon jewelry was sold to select few, and always by Sunhammer directly, not through his golems. It is clear that he targeted his victims deliberately. Then I wonder why he targeted us. Or was he maybe thinking that, but Seelah said that it's for the wedding of a friend. Weird. What will happen to the victims of this attack? Several large churches in Mendef have taken the victims into their care. Their priests will keep their bodies alive and well, but unless the jewelry is found and their souls returned, all these efforts will be for naught. I see. This is all I can tell you. I hope I've been helpful. If it's within your power, help track down Sunhammer and the Stolen Goods Commander. The chaos must be stopped. Asano bows to you and leaves. Seelah sheaths her weapon angrily and sucks in a breath through her teeth. But then, she seems to steady herself and look at you, her eyes bright. Well, what do you know? Looks like we got ourselves tangled up in some demonic conspiracy. Definitely not the first one and definitely not the last one in this game, I think. I'm so glad you came to the wedding with me, and that we managed to find out what happened. Because otherwise, Seelah the Dimwit would have come alone, given the bride a ring with a surprise demon inside, and would have failed miserably when she tried to help. Oh, stop calling yourself that. But you were the one to notice something odd was happening, and you saved Kiana. At least I saved her, right? Good to know I'm not entirely useless. Grim determination burns in Seelah's eyes. I can't leave it like this. If anyone has an obligation to find that low-life Sunhammer and return all the stolen souls, it's me. I do everything in my power to find him. Something tells me that the demon-collaborating scumbag is somewhere here in the Worldwound. I seek help from every quarter. I interrogate imprisoned demons and cultists, whatever it takes to get the truth. Seems like for the time being, that's it for that quest. So I think we have to wait a little bit until we hear more from him. Okay. But we definitely have more to do in the city. So, I think the next thing we can do, especially because we're so close to it, is going to the tavern. I mean, talking to Aru, not just drinking something. I think anyone else here? Ah, there's Aru, our favorite demon. You've never seen Arueshalae looking so happy and inspired. She gives you a wide smile. There you are. I can't wait to share my joy with you. What do you want to tell me? Remember how I told you about Desna leading me onto the path of redemption? I was trying to mock her by corrupting the dreams of mortals, and the Great Dreamer couldn't tolerate that. She ruined my game and made me spend what seemed like a whole eternity in her realm. I had a lot of time to reflect on my past misdeeds. When the goddess saw that I had repented, she decided to let me go. I still vividly remember her parting words. And what do you dream about? That gives a bit of flashbacks to the early access of Baldur's Gate 3, where you, after creating a character, you have to create like a dream character, and like this very incorporeal voice asked, "Tell me, who do you dream of at night?" This riddle weighed on my mind for many years. Demons do not dream when they sleep. We don't have dreams at all. We have desires, and we act on those desires, no matter the cost. How was I supposed to find something to dream about? I've been observing the mortals, trying to understand how it all works, and finally... She takes a deep breath and yells joyfully at the top of her lungs, startling every visitor and earning puzzled looks. I had my very own dream! So many years of hard work. I almost gave up at one point. Here it is, a dream. A real dream of my very own. I want to show it to you. You don't mind, do you? Arueshalae offers you her hand. take you to my dream? I can't wait for you to see it. It's very uncommon to be able to show people your dreams, but sure. Logan gives Arueshalae his hand. Take me to your dream. Succubus reaches out for your hand with her burning fingers, and the world around you fades as you are carried somewhere far away. Let's see what Succubus is dreaming about. I wonder if it's something sinister, or like something really cute and hopeful and fitting for Desna. Or very empty. It is cool and quiet in Arueshalae's dream. The ground is firm beneath your feet, and thin mist curls along the surface. In the soft, eerie light emanating from invisible stars, you see nothing. As you look around, you see nothing and no one except for you and Arueshalae. Nevertheless, Succubus is beaming with joy. There it is! An actual dream! My very first one! Is this what mortals see every night? Does it look like your own dream? What do you think? Aww. I don't want to discourage her, but I also don't want to lie. Honestly, it looks nothing like my dreams. If you say so. Well, it's still a dream after all. Eventually I will learn to dream. Arueshalae looks around. The smile fades a bit. There's nothing to see here right now. Perhaps I was so keen on the idea of having a dream that it made all my other wishes and urges too pale in comparison. Now I have to learn how to dream properly. Can you learn to dream? Arueshalae catches your eye, cocking her head on the side. Tell me, what do you dream about? So, kinda similar things. Like, you can't dream about, like, about love or friendship or music or whatever. What does Logan dream about? I think for Logan, if I could like have a free answer, I think the most appropriate answer would be just like, and maybe peace is the most similar one, but like having this crusade over, like playing music in a tavern, just sitting together with his friend or his love or whatever. Peace. What a beautiful dream. When the war's over, we'll be able to... What do you models do in times of peace? Do you retire to the countryside to grow apples, I guess? And herd ducklings? Suddenly, a lush green apple tree with a flock of ducks grazing under it appears before you, as if by magic. Aww, there's a duck. Look, look! Arueshalae laughs and claps her hand. Now I have a dream as well, and it's not just something I made up. It's so wonderful, sharing a dream with you. But isn't that like more like copying my dream than having her own dreams? I'm so happy to share this dream with you. A subtle blush touches the demon's pale skin. Models have so many different feelings. Friendship, loyalty, sympathy, even love. They're also mysterious and beautiful. But one can't truly learn anything about them alone. And who would dare share their heart's desire with a predator from the abyss who's unable to reciprocate? That was so wrong. Unable to reciprocate. I think the romance with Arueshalae would also be very, very cute and very, very nice. Do not lose hope. One day you'll find someone to teach you how to feel. That was the wrong voice, but anyway. Thank you. It is hard for me to imagine right now, but I can still hope. So, do you like your newfound dream? They are the most beautiful thing in the world. This world is mine, and mine only. It's a bit empty right now, but I'm learning fast. Do you mind me taking a quick look around your dream? Of course. Feel free to do whatever you like. That's why I brought you here after all. I wonder if it truly is a dream, or if it's something different. Because I mean, she is a demoness after all, and she can bring people along to visit her dream. The ducks are quacking blithely as they graze on a lawn under an apple tree. I don't think there's too much to look around. It's just... There's also nothing to see on the edges. Just clouds. Everything seems to be a bit
Can't make the
muted.
demons wait.
My dream, my very own dream. Arueshalae takes another look around, full of pride and pleasure. I don't even want to wake up from it now. Now I understand why mortals compare all the best things in their lives to dreams. Let's go back to the material plane. Let's go. Arueshalae touches your hand, and the dream world begins to fade away. I wonder if it's like part of...